It's time for the wrestling show to take a very cynical look back at representing the WWE, and live from the Ford Fields in Detroit, Michigan, it's the WWE SummerSlam. And this episode is, of course, air dated August 5th, 2023. So now, let's get on with the show with a fantastic song.
And a one, and a two, and a 1, 2, 3. Lip really loves wrestling.
That's me.
He likes to talk about it too. If you like to watch wrestling like he do, come and join us on the wrestling show. On the wrestling show. On the wrestling show, oh, baby.
Well, Bo. Well, Bo. Welcome to the wrestling show. I'm your most fickle host, Lip Hazlewood, and this is, of course, a very cynical look back at the latest episode of the WWE. And this one here is a SummerSlam, your premium live event, and it's a massive one, a massive show today, huge show. And of course, now before we get started, we have a couple of we have the commentators here of Corey Graves and Michael Cole. And this one here, a duo that hasn't been seen in quite a while. Anyways, now let's just get onto the show, because there are quite a few matches. There are 8 matches on the card today. A lot of championship belts on the line. But we start off with a banger, with an absolute banger. And it is, of course, we got ourselves Logan Paul versus wait for the Ricochet. Ricochet. That's right. Now, this thing has been going on for a little bit. Logan Paul and Ricochet there for a little bit. Their feud since, I believe, a Money in the Bank. Now this is their official fight. Now, will they make moments in this match? Moments were moments made? Now, there's a couple things I gotta say. Now, I'll talk about these things later on. But we have Logan Paul. He has this move. It's the reinforced leg drop. He puts his leg up in the air, he grabs his ankle with his hands, and then he forces his leg down onto the throat of Ricochet. Interesting move. I bet this is move from the mind of Logan Paul himself. You know what I can do? I can force my leg down. Okay. There was a lot of moves. A lot of Spanish flies happening. I guess since the first Spanish fly over at the Money in the Bank, where it just was botched. I guess they've been working on the Spanish Fly, doing it everywhere, even outside the ring. It's pretty good. Ricochet catching Logan Paul, Spanish flying him. Boom, boom, standing Spanish Fly, standing Spanish Fly. Logan Paul showing off his high flying skills with one hell of a high cross body press off the top rope. Incredible, very good. Logan Paul is showcasing exactly, his skills in the ring. And surprising, this is a face bump. Logan Paul's vital enemy, doing that high cross. Never thought I'd see it happen, but it happened. But I found out this later on in the match. Now, they have a spot, and they're on the top rope there. Ricochet goes for a cutter off the top rope. And Logan Paul is sticking back bump. For some strange reason, he takes a bump from the back. He's supposed to take a face bump. When you're taking cutter. So weird. I'm thinking, what's going on here? I'm thinking Logan Paul, he just does not like taking bumps on his belly. Not taking bumps on the belly. Because this one here could be an accident. I don't know. But we find out later on that it's no accident. Because we go for this, a massive, we go for a massive recoil. Ricochet goes for his recoil, goes up. It's supposed to take a bump on the face, but no. Somehow, Logan Paul turns it into a back bump. It's true. Ricochet showing off his massive skills off the top rope. Beautiful moves. And even Logan Paul, Ricochet, these guys are top-notch high flyers. No doubt Logan Paul, even though he's not a real wrestler, I mean, he can wrestle. And he showcases amazing wrestling skills, but he's just a part-timer. He just does this for fun. You know, this much natural talent. You know, and he just does it for fun. And he gets paid handsomely for it too, apparently. Handsomely! So yeah. Anyways, Ricochet with a massive springboard, top rope springboard, lion salt. It was incredible. Incredible. So in this match here, Ricochet goes for one more move. He goes to the top rope, and he does this 450 splash off the top rope there. Now this is the end sequence here. This was very, very, competitive, high flying, very high paced, fast paced. It was a really good match. Now the end sequence was this. Now why it couldn't be the match of the night. Logan Paul misses the 450 splash, the Santon 450 splash, Santon off the top rope. And then he rolls out to the end of he rolls to the side of the ring there. He's all, dead to the world, just lying there. And one of his boys comes in with some brass knucks. He slides it on his hands. Now, I don't see why Logan Paul couldn't have had these brass knuckles inside his pants in the first place. Pull out of his pants and then voila. They don't check people for weapons anymore. I mean, it's been since the 1980s since they checked people for weapons. They don't check people for weapons anymore. So yeah, he could have easily have smuggled it in his pants. But anyways, a lackey of Logan Paul slides on knuckies on his hands. The referee's looking at Ricochet. Are you okay? I'm completely ignoring everything like the referees do. So, Logan Paul, Ricochet get up, and Logan Paul bashes Ricochet in the face with a punch. And that was it for the match. This match was about 18 minutes. This was a barn burner. Absolute barn burner. It was a super long match. And of course, it was, Samantha Irving has to announce the winner of the match. And she did. She had to. And it was, she announced it with great gusto, too. Logan Paul! And Logan Paul wins. Logan Paul's the winner. Nothing bashful or embarrassing. She said his name with great pride. Great pride, like she was going to marry him instead. Anyways, moving on. Our next big match, it is, of course, Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. This match was 17 and a half minutes, almost 18 minutes long. And this was written for Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes knows how to write his own narrative. Before the match, he had this song. Hey, this song talking about me like, oh, we love you, Cody. Oh, this song makes my heart, pulls on my heartstrings. We believe in you, Cody Rhodes. I don't. Cody just needs to be loved. I can't get over that. Once he accepts being, people don't like, I don't know. Anyways, I know what this match is all about. Cody Rhodes with his tropes. Usually he has his arm trope, like, oh, I gotta get through this thing. I gotta beat my... And then this whole thing is a Cody Rhodes thing. He's got to come over his own obstacles of becoming a better man. To overcome pain. It's ridiculous. I don't know why I think it's ridiculous. This was a good match. Cody Rhodes getting his ass kicked and turning around like Cody Rhodes. This almost proves that wrestling is completely fake. We all know that it's script and whatnot. But this match here just throws it over because Cody Rhodes, no matter how much of throttling Brock Lesnar does to the Cody Rhodes, just gets right back up and he's ready for more. Because Cody Rhodes just does not quit. Thrown outside the ring, goes back inside the ring, F5 back outside the ring, gets back inside the ring, beating the count all the time. Brock Lesnar is doing this thing where he's like, yes, I want to win by count out. So Cody Rhodes showing his, his medal. I'm standing, look at me, Brock. I want your respect. They take it outside. Cody Rhodes, he gets his ass throttled. He gets F5'd right through the commentating table. Right through the commentating table. But this is Cody Rhodes. He's no normal person. He's AEW. He's all elite, baby. It's ridiculous. So he gets smashed through the table. Brock Lesnar goes back in the ring, hopes he wins with a count out. Cody Rhodes gets back in the ring there. And they have a spot where last time they fought, where Cody Rhodes pulled off the ring, the turnbuckle pad, pulls that off there. Eventually, Brock Lesnar did hit his head last time. He hit his head on there, blood cut open widely because there was a blade stuck to the turnbuckle pad ring. It is what it is. But this one here, no, it didn't happen. Brock Lesnar did not get thrown into the turnbuckle. Instead, of course, there was a lot of back and forth. Cody Rhodes gets his Cody Cutter. His Cody Cutter. He loves his Cody Cutter. Springboard. I don't know why he's do that for. I'm just not a fan of Cody Rhodes. And then, of course, it's a Kimura lock. After that, Kimura lock's thrown on Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes, no, he will not break. He will not surrender. It's like, yeah, of course not. Why? Why? Because it's a bunch of phony stuff anyway. It's two guys playing grab ass in a ring there. I'm not happy with this match. Not happy at all. So Cody Rhodes, no, I will not get my arm broke. So he breaks out his move there. Eventually gets his own Kimura. He gets his own Kimura onto Brock Lesnar. This match was nonsensical. Brock Lesnar, just smashing Cody Rhodes again. But actually, after that, it's Brock Lesnar getting the, after the Kimura lock, it was like the disaster kick or something like that. I can't remember. These Cody Rhodes matches just go over my head. Anyways, after the Kimura lock, Cody Rhodes puts on 3 crossroads, 3 of them onto Brock Lesnar, winning the match. Yep, 17 and a half minutes, almost 18 minutes. It was a drawn out match. It was a knuckle duster. It was a barn burner. It happened. Cody Rhodes wins, and now he's feeling good. And after the match there, it was a lot of, kudos, apparently. Brock Lesnar with he got one is is respect. Brock Lesnar's respect is won by Cody Rhodes. Hey, brother, I'm not going to pick on you anymore. You're welcome to the championship title match whenever you want, and I won't get in your way. Hey now. That's right. It happened. Not exactly like that. Okay, so next up is this 25-man battle royal. 25-man battle royal. They almost started a match with 24 men. Almost started it with 24. It was a lot of fun, this match here. Now, the 25th man was Almost, because he almost missed the battle royal. Whoa. So yeah, Almost gets called in. He starts walking to the ring there. It's been a while, so his cardio's down. So they start the match without him. And right off the bat, as soon as Almost gets in the ring there, he goes hog wild, baby. Throwing out Apollo Crews. Throwing out JD McDonough. Just with ease, just tossing both out with no problem at all. And then he throws out Rick Boogs. That's right. And then after that, he just wandered around the ring, did nothing. Because after that, it was, Giovanni and Ludwig Kaiser throws out Otis. Chad Gable throws out Giovanni Vinci. Tommaso Ciampa throws out Ivar. Tommaso throws out Eric. And then Tommaso throws out Shinsuke Nakamura. After that, Bronson Reed throws out Tommaso Ciampa. Austin, Theory throws out Ridge Holland. And then Cameron Grimes, Santos Escobar, then throws out Austin Creed. Or Austin Theory. Creed wasn't in this match. He's not called that. Anyway, regardless, Santos gets rid of Austin Theory. Karrion Kross then gets rid of Santos Escobar. Chad Gable gets rid of Ludwig Kaiser. Almost then with a double move gets rid of Riddle and Butch. And then it's the 8 people, Grayson Waller, Chad Gable, Miz, LA Knight, AJ Styles, Karrion Kross, Bronson Reed, Sheamus. They all gang up and get rid of Almost. That's right. And then we got ourselves LA Knight gets rid of The Miz. Sheamus gets rid of Grayson Waller. Then we have AJ Styles gets rid of Karrion Kross. Then we have ourselves, what's this here? Okay, Bronson gets rid of him. LA gets rid of Bronson Reed. Can you believe that? Because after Bronson gets rid of Chad Gable, LA personally gets rid of Bronson Reed. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe it, but it happened. And after that, it was Sheamus with the help of Karrion Kross getting rid of AJ Styles. After that, LA Knight and Sheamus one-on-one at the end, the last two competitors. LA Knight with this fantastic elbow. Beautiful elbow. Just love it. Now, here we go. Now, on Friday Night SmackDown, Sheamus and LA Knight had a one-on-one match, and they had a spot at the end of the match where Sheamus was sitting on the top rope. LA Knight was supposed to jump on the top rope and do a move to throw him off, but everything went wrong. Sheamus couldn't get his footing. LA Knight lost his footing. He fell off. The spot never happened. So this is the make-up time for that spot. Sheamus sits on the top rope. LA Knight jumps on top, grabs Sheamus's ears so he doesn't fall off, and then throws the Shamey off. Throws Slim Shamey right off the top rope. Into the ring, however. So the match carries on. And then after that, it is Sheamus gets up, and LA Knight with a powerful clothesline knocks Sheamus outside the ring, winning that Battle Royale himself. So LA Knight on a massive roll. People will love LA Knight. His confidence, his mic skills. And one handsome mother. Shut your face, Mof. Okay, anyway, so LA Knight, he's getting his dues. He's getting his just dues there, winning this massive thing. Anyways, moving on. We got ourselves a MMA rules match. Knockout or tap out, apparently. Which turned out to be absolute nonsense. Now, here we go. This is Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. This whole thing's about just envy and what friendship should have thought they were, Ronda Rousey, she is, of course, the most dominant woman in all of most dominant woman in fighting in mixed martial arts history. Shayna Baszler, she's a fighter that's jealous of Ronda Rousey. And basically, this is the match now. She wants to prove that she's better than Ronda Rousey. Now, what happens in this match? One thing for sure, the crowd didn't care for it. Didn't care for it at all. Not at all. A lot of, transition wrestling. Mixed martial arts, ground pound stuff. Now, here we got a point here where it's Ronda Rousey just absolutely demolishing Shayna Baszler. Flying knee to the face. She gets this, she puts on her... She gets an arm lock on to Shayna Baszler, in the arm lock, laying down. Shayna Baszler picks her up, and then she walks her to the ropes, and then she dumps Ronda Rousey outside the ring. Ronda's still holding on to the move. They both flop outside the ring. Now here's where it gets interesting and strange, gotta say. Because while inside the ring, Shayna Baszler's holding on to her arm, like, oh, my arm! And then the referee's like, holding back Ronda Rousey. It's like, what is this? This means the match is over right there. Right there, it's over. Because she can't move on. If she can't go on, she needs the referee's help to stop the match. The match is over. Right up. Ronda Rousey wins. Because Shayna Baszler had people check on her. The referee stopped Ronda Rousey. Had two officials come to the ring, check on Shayna Baszler. What? Really? So she had time to recoup. It was a bunch of nonsense after this, It's just nonsense. They start going face to face, punching each other in the face. Like they usually do, strong style. And then Shayna gets Ronda Rousey into the rear naked choke. Ronda fights out of it. Gets... but ends up... Shayna gets Ronda Rousey into the Carafuna clutch. The rear naked choke backwards, and then Ronda Rousey taps out. So yeah, that match happened. And it was approximately 7.5 minutes. But it was there. Anyways, next up, we got a big match. It is a Intercontinental Champion. The Intercontinental Championship match with your ring general, Gunther, versus Drew McIntyre. No longer carrying his sword, Karen. Never carried Karen for a while now. It was never called Karen. I just called it Karen. Anyways, how about this match? Now, this was here, if you like massive chops, heavy chops, this was it. Now, I guess Drew McIntyre's good friend, Sheamus, fought here. Gunther before, and he bled all over it. All his hair pores just bled all over it. Now, is this going to be blood and Drew No, not really. This was heavy on chops. Heavy on the chops. We have a point here where they fought early on in the match. They fight outside there. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing that you cannot be disqualified by throwing your opponent into inanimate objects. You know, I mean, he threw Gunther threw Drew McIntyre into the steel post. Pang! No disqualification. Picks him up, throws him into the steel steps. Pang! No disqualification. But however, you know, if the steel steps was used as a weapon, disqualified makes no sense at all. Regardless. Mike bitching, we move on. Like, the chops were real in this match. Gunther was chopping the holy hell out of Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre chopping the holy hell out of Gunther. You know, Drew McIntyre even got the powerbomb. Powerbomb's a holy hell out of Gunther. A lot of holy hells happening here, I tell you what. Including, oh my goodness, Gunther's outside the ring, gets outside the ring. Drew McIntyre with the massive tope suicida. Right over the top rope. Huge. Drops back first onto Gunther. Just an impressive, fearless move. You know, there's no sticking the landing with that. Because he was landing on his back because Gunther was there. He hit him. He rolled off Gunther and ended up sticking the landing. But, yeah. Just worked out that way, I think. Anyways, Gunther gets Drew McIntyre with a massive powerbomb in a wrestling match here. And then he goes off top rope. And I think Drew McIntyre was supposed to put up his knees, but he didn't. He got hit by the good old splash. But they fight on. So I think he should have put his knees, but he didn't. But they fight on. Drew McIntyre ends up getting the Claymore kick, hitting Gunther with the Claymore kick, dropping Gunther. But however, Gunther kicks out of that Claymore kick. Now, at the end sequence of the match here, after the kick, Drew McIntyre figured he should go up to the top rope. Go to the top rope. You know, him and Gunther were fighting on top rope there. And then Gunther ends up, oh my god, it was a battle on top there. Gunther ends up knocking Drew McIntyre off the top rope. Him crotching himself. Gunther getting down by way of splash. Hitting Drew McIntyre with the second splash of the night. Picking Drew McIntyre up for a massive powerbomb. Going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. This match was over in about 13 minutes. Almost 13 and a half minutes this match was. It was very good. Match of the night, I'd say. Match of the night. Gunther, Drew McIntyre. Incredible. Incredible. Anyways, next up. Next up, we got a big match. And it's for the Raw Heavyweight Champion of the World. Defending his championship title is Seth friggin' Rollins. Versus Judgment Day's Fin Balor. 7 years. Depression. I want it so bad. Does he want it bad enough? This match was weird. The wrestling was great. But outside interference, it got weird. So it wasn't match of the night. You know, a lot of back and forth. Of course, Seth Rollins triple tope suicidas. You know, the buckle bomb. All right, including one hell of a splash off the top rope. A wonderful frog splash. This is the reason why Seth Rollins is one of the all-time greats in the ring. This is his commitment to the moves, his fearlessness, and his mind to wrestling. He's just insanely great talent. They even have a massive superplex off the top rope. Not the second rope garbage superplex. The top rope superplex. Incredible. This match just was incredible. The wrestling was great. Now we get to a point where Damian Priest, you hear his music, he comes down there, he's like, what's going to happen? Is he going to cash in on, who's going to cash in on somebody, is he? So we got a moment there. They're doing this roll-up combination, Seth and Finn. Seth ends up getting launched. Like, the referee's down, counting his head, his back is towards the ropes here. Back is towards Damian Priest. Finn gets launched towards Damian Priest. He has to step over the referee. He meets him face. He meets Damian Priest with his face. Damian Priest gives him a good old punch in the face. Like, okay, there we go. Finn Balor goes for with pedigree, and they say that all pets agree with the pedigree. And when I say they, I mean me. It's true! Anyways, the pedigree, but it doesn't work. But Finn Balor agrees with this whole thing. Until a second later, where Damian Priest, he's like, he calls over the rest of the Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio and Mami Rhea. So they come up there and they jump on the ring apron and they get the referee's attention. Hey, referee, come here. We got some questions for you. Now, my new North American Championship belt. What kind of polish you think I should use on it? Referee's like, let me see here. Let me see. So they're having conversation. Meanwhile, Damien Priest has a great idea. He calls Finn over. He's like, Finn, come over here. Use my Money in the Bank briefcase, brother. So he hands over the briefcase to Finn Balor. Finn's like, not like this. This will be plan C or plan F. I'm not sure what plan it is, but not this plan. Not under my cards. So Finn Balor gives the briefcase back. So nonsensical. So Damien's like, okay, whatever. I don't know what's going on here. Then Seth Rollins knocks him off the apron. He goes off. He falls off there. Then after that, Finn Balor gets curb stomped, but it wasn't enough. He kicks out of it. Seth Rollins then goes to the top rope to finish it off himself. But then as soon as he climbs the top rope, it's Dominic Mysterio. He greets him up there. He climbs up to the apron there. Referee's like, hey, guy, what's going on here? Seth Rollins jumps off the top rope, clobbers Damien Priest. Referee's like, what's going on around here? I'm not, what? And after that, Dominic Mysterio, he falls over suit and he gets curb stomped for his troubles. And then inside the ring, Damien Priest Finn Balor takes over. He tries to do the curb stomp onto Seth freaking Rollins. Doesn't work out so well. So we get to a moment here where Seth moves out of the way and stuff. Anyways, Damien Priest, he gets one more chance for cheating. Something's gonna happen, So when he goes around, he throws in a briefcase into the ring there. He throws the briefcase in the ring. He runs around to get the referee attention himself. He calls the referee, come over here. I got a question for you. Now, I love buckles and belts. Now, if I were to put another belt on my pants, where would you think would be a good spot for it? So the referee's like, I like buckles and belts too. And I got some great suggestions. So while they're talking, Finn Balor grabs, like, it's the briefcase inside the ring. What should I do? What should I do? While he's looking at the briefcase, Seth Rollins sets up and curb stomps Finn Balor's head right on that briefcase. Right on that briefcase, kicking away the evidence, going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins with the victory over the hapless Finn Balor. That's right. Finn Balor, they say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And apparently, Finn Balor just ain't cheating properly. Just ain't trying properly, apparently. So our next match, it is for the women's championship title. It's the Raw, because there's only one of the women's belts up for grabs right now. Of course. Why would Rhea Ripley be defending her championship belt over at one of the main, one of the biggest events in wrestling? Why would she be out of it? Because Rhea, it's a shame. Rhea Ripley not fighting in SummerSlam. Really? That's weird. Just one little thing shows up. Come on now. I think Rhea Ripley does all her fighting in NXT these days. Saves all her fights for the NXT crowd. Anyways, this match here, it is Charlotte Flair versus the reigning and defending champion Asuka versus Bianca Belair in the match here. This was a lot of fun. Now, here's what I got to say. Early on in the match, we had a wardrobe malfunction. It was hilarious too because Charlotte Flair, she got both Asuka and Bianca Belair in a corner, jammed in a corner there, and she does a kip up. And while she does her kip up, her top gets unzipped, exposing her back. She's like, oh my goodness, someone might see my pectorals. Breast assist. Anyway, so then she gets up, and while she's doing, she's like, and then she gets, hey, Jessica, can you please, the referee, and referee's like, let me get my hair for you, and then referee zips her up, and she's okay for the rest of the match. But meanwhile, Asuka and Bianca is like finding reasons why they should stick in the corner for so long. It's hilarious. So eventually, now, I gotta say this about Charlotte. Now, Charlotte is a natural athlete. She's got natural skills. She truly is one great wrestler, but when she's not into it, she phones things in. I mean, she can do things, but she goes through the paces, She just goes through the paces sometimes, and it just kind of bothersome when she does it. But she can wrestle. She's a great wrestler when she's up to it. Now, she does go on the top rope here. And I've seen it coming a mile away. It was Asuka goes out the ring there, Bianca goes out the ring there, falls out the ring, and Asuka goes out the ring there too. And then it's, of course, Charlotte Flair. eventually she's going to do her backflip. You know, moonsault. No, it's a backflip. She does a backflip off the top rope. If she lands on her feet, it's a backflip. Yeah, and Charlotte, she takes this DDT, whatever, you know, and Charlotte does this, takes it, then she does this front bump, like this gymnastics move. It's depressing, but Charlotte, like I say, I'm on Charlotte a lot here. But Charlotte has got some serious skill. Now, other than Charlotte, I'll get off her for a second now. Now, we got a spot where Charlotte and Bianca are at it. Charlotte picks up Bianca and tosses her outside the ring. Apparently, on her way down, you don't see a good picture of it, because apparently there is not a cameraman on the right spot. You know, thank goodness. Because apparently when Bianca went down, both her knees hit the steel steps. Her heavily padded knees hit those steel steps. I don't think it hit at all. You know? But regardless, that's what they're going with. Her bad knees. She got hit. As she's like, oh, I can't go on. And the fight goes on. Charlotte Flair takes a massive top rope suplex. So yeah, she's willing to do stuff for her craft. You know, Bianca Belair gets taken away by the officials. Like, oh, you can't do this any longer. Charlotte Flair takes out Asuka with one huge spear. Beautiful spear. Beautiful spear. Now, again with Charlotte. Charlotte Flair is a lot like Thor, the love of, thunder. You know, Thor, Love and Thunder. I think that movie, the second Thor movie by, And for me, that movie was the borderline of garbage and brilliant. Garbage and brilliant. And that's Charlotte. She walks that line of brilliance and what's going on. Anyways, that's just me being extremely cynical and a complete asshole. That's true. Anyways, spear, she goes down. Charlotte then applies the figure 4, moving to the figure 8. Bianca Belair, she's like, whoa, he's hobbling to the ring. Then she gets to the ring, and then she starts climbing up the ring there. The figure 8 is on Asuka. And this is taking time, you know. This is just breaking up the hold. You just have to get into the ring there and kick Charlotte. But no, she's got hobbling into the ring. She's hobbling up. She's climbing up to the top rope. You know, it is insane. So yeah, she gets to the top rope. And, well, she thumbs up. She does a massive splash, 450 splash, crushes Charlotte Flair in mid, bridge. So it's pretty cool that, at least. Charlotte and Bianca, they start fighting. You know, Bianca, clearly, she's got the injured knee, and Bianca takes her out and gives Bianca the figure 8. Asuka comes back in the ring there, spits the Omicron spray. Sprays Omicron all over Charlotte's face. Yep. You've been Wuhan, bitch! So yeah, she goes out there. Asuka then tries to take out some Bianca Belair while she's still tied into the figure 8. But Bianca grabs into the inside cradle. Inside cradles Asuka and gets a big victory. Asuka loses. And your new champion is Bianca Belair. However, while everybody's leaving, everything's going down, it is, Io Sky runs into the ring there with the most beautiful, the most sexy woman, the sexiest woman of SmackDown, Bayley. Yep, the sexy Bayley runs down there. And, of course, Io Sky gives the briefcase to Bayley. Bayley knocks out Charlotte with a whack to the head. Whacks Asuka in the stomach, then whacks her over the head with the briefcase. Goes in the ring there, however, Bianca was waiting for her. Knocks out Bayley, however, it's Io Sky. Knocks out, Bianca Belair with that briefcase. Just whack her on the head. She gets the briefcase out, and then she cashes in her briefcase. And then going to the top rope, it's she moonsaults off the top rope. I don't like it. I don't like the moonsault. She falls backwards. It's like a trust fall moonsault. She falls backwards, and then when she gets almost horizontal to the top rope, she flicks herself off. So there's no grace on it at all. It's just a flicked moonsault. It's no Tiffany Stratton, that's for sure. Anyways, with that, it was enough. Io Sky, your new women's champion, Bayley greets her instantly, and it is Dakota Kai back to give her big hugs with new ink on Dakota Kai. That's right. anyways, regardless of that, it's good to see Dakota back. So next, it's our main event match. It is the Tribal Combat Universal Championship title with the Fala on the line, as Tribal Chief on the line. And it's, of course, Jey Uso versus your reigning and defending champion. It's Roman Reigns, who apparently this is his third defense of this year. I thought it was his second. I completely forgot that he had a match with Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, April. So yeah, it was Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and now Jey Uso. So how did this match go? This match was very long. Very, very long. It was, oh my goodness. It was close to about 25 minutes roughly. It was a long match. This was a long match. So they had everything. Jey Uso said he was going to use kendo sticks, and he did. He said use chairs, and he did. They both used chairs on each other. This was a long match. This match it took its time. It savored everything. It took its time. You know, this match could have been match of the night if it was a clean match, because they didn't rush things. They savored the moments. This was a classic style wrestling match until, of course, the end. And now, Jey Uso sets up table chairs inside the ring. There, he gets power bombed onto those chairs himself. Now, here's where it gets fun. They end up fighting into the crowd. They go to the crowd. Jey Uso is trying to put Roman Reigns away, but then it's Solo Sikoa. That's right. Roman Reigns needs help, like usual. Roman Reigns can never do it on his own, but yet he's considered one of the greats, one of the all-time greats, perhaps the greatest. But if you look at his track record, of course he wins, but really, how many times has he won clean on his own? Very few times. You can count on one hand, probably, with every single match he had. Anyway, Solo Sikoa comes in the ring there, attacks Jey Uso, takes him out with the spinning solo on through a table. They fight to the ring there. Solo starts insecurities Jey Uso in the ring there, and then they plan on doing a double team. Solo Sikoa going for his Samoan spike onto Jey Uso. Roman Reigns going for his spear. However, Jey Uso moves out of the way. Solo Sikoa gets speared, and then Roman Reigns gets speared himself. Now, it gets to a weird point. Confusing too. This whole storyline is just, I don't know what's going on. Do I care anymore? I don't know. So we get to a point where Jey Uso is just ruling Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns gets out to the outside of the ring. He follows suit with a chair. When he's going for Roman Reigns, he gets suckered by Solo Sikoa, kicking him right in the face, knocking down Jey Uso. Then after that, Roman Reigns needs some help up. Solo Sikoa is like, they're having a conversation. Interesting conversation. Who knows what to said. Maybe Solo Sikoa is losing respect for Roman Reigns for getting his ass kicked so many times by Jey Uso, and he needs Solo's help so badly. Solo doesn't help Roman Reigns up. He looks at him kind of disapprovingly, and while that happens, Jey Uso attacks, puts Roman Reigns through the timekeeper's area, like usual. That's where they usually go through. They go, and then of course after that, Solo Sikoa decides to make his move. Not against Roman Reigns, but against Jey Uso. Finally, he starts beating up Jey Uso. Tries to put him through the table. Jey Uso super kicks him on the table. Splashes him through the table. Throwing in Roman Reigns back in the ring there. Spearing Roman Reigns. And then going to the top rope. The very top rope. Going for the Uso splash. Hitting Roman Reigns. Now here's the thing. Going for the pin. It is broken up. Not by Paul Heyman. Not by Solo Sikoa. But by Jimmy Uso. You've got to be kidding me. Although I've seen this happening, because after all, Jey Uso is champion. Never gonna happen. His first belt being the World Championship belt, his singles belt. Don't think so. So anyways, Jimmy Uso, I guess he's believing everything, that it's actually Jey Uso's fault that Jimmy Uso's hurt. It is so much nonsense now. So much nonsense, this bloodline thing. But apparently, it's not over. It's not over by far. But all I know is one thing is over. One thing is over, and that's the Usos as a tag team. That's done. So I guess the Usos made the dynasty. Longest reigning tag team ever. Made themselves the greatest tag team. And they're done, I guess. And that's, of course, also, this wraps up this episode for SummerSlam! SummerSlam is over! Because, yeah, Jimmy Uso, not only did he pull him out of the ring, but he finished with a super kick, throw him back in the ring there. Roman Reigns spears Jey Uso through a table, then it's over. Now it's officially over. Jey Uso loses to a massive spear through a table. So I guess Jey Uso won't be head of the table. He was headed through a table. Anyways, yeah. Roman Reigns, the Bloodline storyline. It got bitch slapped. Got slapped upside the head with the Jimmy Uso. Anyways, so I guess Jimmy wants back in the Bloodline. So that wraps it up for one amazing show. That's it for SummerSlam. I've been your very cynical and very most fickle host, Lip Hazlewood, for the wrestling show. And yeah, and I hope to see you on another video.